Welcome back. It has been a minute.
Long time no see.
For real. So, as you know, Bo.
Sennan.
We're back with Mind Over Metal. It's been a little bit. We took a little bit of a break from posting because academics were a big deal.
Academics definitely take it out of you. And competitions.
Which we'll be getting into because our man just had his first... International, yeah. First international competition, which is crazy.
It is a little surreal for sure.
Yeah, so do you, I remember a while back, you said nationals is more competitive than international. Do you still believe that?
I would say, like, obviously, it depends on the meet. Because when you look at stuff like Sheffield, that's a little bit different. Like, that's kind of like beyond international. Sorry, I have something in my mouth. That's kind of beyond, I feel like, say, like Worlds or Junior Worlds, because you are getting paid to break world records. But I would say, from my personal perspective, internationals it's competitive in a different way. You're trying to make lifts and you're trying to get the best secured total you can. So when you see lifters taking a big risk at the international stage, like, that is a huge risk. Versus at nationals, I feel everyone's hungry, everyone's fighting for like a position or like a spot on the team. And people just tend to kind of have their own thing going at nationals versus internationals. You get a coach assigned to you and you guys discuss a game plan beforehand. Okay. So a lot of that stuff is figured out or established beforehand.
You went with your usual coach though, yeah?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
At an international, there are selected coaches for the team. So I was paired up with Billy Smith from Team Scotland. Shout out Billy. He and I met on Google like a few days before to discuss like game plan and stuff, looking at weight, checking numbers, and looking through training and figuring out where the top end would be and what would be good conservatively. So we said, like, on a good day, like 7:30 to 7:50 was there. We did 7:30 in comp, and like, it was basically right on the money.
Yeah.
Very happy about that. I definitely could have done more. But I think...
Especially on that deadlift.
Definitely on that deadlift for sure. But that bar was extremely unpredictable.
How do you mean?
So they used an Alico combo rack, and that was perfectly fine. But this is a bar that I've heard about before from people being a little bit unpredictable. And it's from this group called Maniac Fitness. Essentially, the knurling feels like... if you've ever used like a Hanzu power bar... just feeling the whip on that and like the lack of sort of like it's like it has knurling, but it's kind of like slippy, if that makes sense.
I think I know what you're talking about. Like it's a different texture, but not necessarily grippy.
Yeah, it's like a bar that's kind of been worn out a little bit, but still has knurling. But that's what made it so weird.
It was pretty whippy. Yeah,
especially on squats. I definitely could have done more on squats, I feel. But
you don't want a whippy bar on squats. That's crazy.
No, when I unracked it, it just felt like it was just a lot heavier on the back. I don't know if it was just the bar or like just between weight cuts and stuff, but it just felt a little bit heavier on the day. So we decided to take a conservative like 275 for squat. That felt really good. Bench, that was the one where I found the most change dropping weight. Yeah. I had to lose 15 pounds in 4 weeks for context. That was quite the process. But
carb cycling like hell.
4 liters of water a day, bunch of different stuff. But when you lose a lot of weight, like, your leverages will change for sure. And on bench, I personally found that my leverages changed the most. So figuring out my bench groove was a little bit difficult, but we managed to do it and got away with 385 on the day.
Massive. So also, I feel like most people will say that bench is the most affected by weight.
100%.
Like, because it's a lot of it. you can leverage not everything, but you can leverage a good deadlift. You can leverage a good squat. You need a lot of mass to hit a good bench. You need a lot of muscle.
I mean, like pressing strength is pretty much correlated with pec size. Like
Literally.
There's studies that show it.
Yeah.
And for context, I'm not certified to say that. This is just
what
purely
we've researched.
What we've researched, yes.
Yeah.
So bench was good. When we got into deadlifts, that bar definitely felt a little weird on my second attempt, and I had a minor soft lock, but I still made the lift. Third attempt.
You get one red?
Huh?
You get one red?
Yeah, that was the only red I think I got the entire.
That's crazy.
The entire competition, but third attempt 6:16 was really good.
It was. It moved.
Yeah.
It moved.
That was a solid one. And then not even like a few days later, I pulled 6:38. So
that
hopefully
300 kg ain't safe.
Next
that
month.
300 kg ain't safe.
Next month, bro. It's gonna be next month.
Oh, I've got to come watch that. Are you doing it at training grounds?
Rec. So I want to do it there.
The aura will be felt.
I kind of want to see people do that. I think that'll be the heaviest deadlift in my school's gym ever.
I think so.
And I will also be taking, I think, the current heaviest deadlift at my school, around 605 pounds, for a set of 4 in the coming weeks. So we will have to see.
We love that.
How that goes. And that should be really fun. I've actually quite enjoyed working out at the rec again. Like, I think powerlifting gyms are really good, especially if you want comp specific equipment, but the social aspect of the rec is really nice. I find, and like the equipment's also not that bad.
Yeah, it works. And did you really feel that much of a difference from the weights?
I would say maybe a little bit, just because calibrateds are calibrated.
Yeah, it's always going to be more accurate.
I think it's more of a mental thing. If you think it's going to feel different, it's going to feel different. You just kind of have to like be nonchalant about it.
100%. You really have to come in confident.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember back when I did my last competition a year ago at regionals, and I hit like a lower total than I had done 3 months earlier at the school's comp, because I was just like mentally not there. I was like, this comp's gonna suck. This is gonna go bad. And it was literally the only difference was my mentality.
Yep.
I wasn't weaker.
Yeah. That's what happened to me. Like prepping for this international, I think there are a few times, especially in the last few weeks, where I'd get into stuff and basically just think like, is this really going to go well? Is this going to go well? But the second I got off that plane and like I got settled and stuff, it was actually the least anxious I've been for a competition, because
I was about to ask. Yeah, that's interesting.
It's kind of freeing in a way to do an international, because it felt like I could just kind of like let loose and like just let everything go in that moment, because that's like the biggest stage I've been on, and I could just basically be myself. And I definitely was really passionate on the platform, and like after my third deadlift, I just went crazy because I had failed that weight. Like I've hit that weight in training, but I failed it in my past 3 comps. I've attempted it each time in comp, and I failed that each time.
Oh, so that's such a good. Oh, that's great.
A year later, finally hit it in comp, and that was such a good feeling, dude.
That's gotta be. Oh, we love to hear that. Legitimately.
Yep. So
you said it's the least nervous you've been, but was it the hardest prep you've had?
I would say yes. That was probably the most difficult prep of my life. I had a lot of externals going on at the time that was contributing to sort of just some mental health stuff. And it was really hard, like definitely in full honesty, like I struggled with depression, and I still struggle with depression just in general. And I think the other thing was like body dysmorphia, because at the start of this prep I was like 245 pounds and I just wasn't where I wanted to be physically. I just didn't feel like myself.
What are you at right now?
I'm around 230 to between 230 and like 234, 236.
Yeah, yeah.
Like so, like there's fluctuations obviously, but I've been sticking around 230 to 234.
There we go.
And next week I'm actually starting cut, like a 12-week cut, just to get a little bit leaner. Want to be a little bit healthier.
12 weeks.
Yeah.
There we go.
So like a long-term one.
Yeah.
For the first time in my life, like I'm doing like a serious.
Oh, this is your first like big cut?
Big cut. Haven't done a big cut and a big bulk ever in my life. I've kind of just main gained and like kind of done stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And also like genetics have a role in that as well.
I mean, you got to 245 without a big bulk. That is genetics right there.
I was like before I started training, I was like 190 pounds already.
Yeah. So
just like it is genetics, like having the frame and having the ability to like just be able to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to be taking a cut pretty seriously. I've already been looking a lot leaner, especially at where I am for 230. Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy to like wake up and see myself like that. But I think like body dysmorphia definitely has an effect, and just being like kind to myself. Mm-hmm. I think that's the biggest thing. That was the biggest part of prep for me, was just learning to be kind to myself, and like knowing that like even if you're not like the strongest person in the room, you're in the room. That's the thing.
That's something I struggled with a lot coming back from training, mm-hmm. and coming back from having a long time off, because I had that mental health episode.
Yep.
For one, but then I competed at regionals. But then after regionals, I had done badly enough, because I had also missed the state record by 7 pounds.
Yeah.
I was pissed about that. I didn't qualify for nationals, all that. And to where I didn't lift for like 6 more months after that.
Yep.
And so, like, the thing that got me back in was seeing everybody being stronger and being like, oh, I need to get back into it. But it was also harder being like, damn, I'm not hierarchically where I was in strength-wise. And then I had to realize, like, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It just matters that you are getting stronger.
It matters, like, even if you just show up to the gym and hang out with people, you're still in the gym. Yeah. And I think that, like, for anyone that's kind of struggling to get back into fitness or, like, getting back in the gym, like, you absolutely deserve to be in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter what shape you're in. It doesn't matter where you're from or like what you're dealing with. You deserve to be in the gym because you deserve the best for yourself.
And people are judging you as much as you think.
No.
Everybody, including us, with the first 2 weeks we were in the gym, were worried about people looking at us.
Yes. Yeah.
100%. I still have some that every once in a while when I'm trying a dumb new exercise with a lot of weight.
Yeah. It's like, for me, I get looks when I'm doing like cable ab crunches and...
Oh yeah, I've gotten those.
Because it's a little weird.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, but like you deserve this to take up space. You're here for a reason, and even if you just go to the gym just to hang out, and like even if you don't work out, you are at the gym. And I think that's a win in itself of getting yourself out the door and like getting there.
True, like the gym becoming a more familiar place will allow you to more easily work out there.
Exactly,
you'll feel safer to work out there.
And I think that was the big part for me of like getting selected for this and thinking like, oh, this is a really high bar to meet. Like cutting 15 pounds while being a full-time student and like working and like doing coaching and stuff like that. It was a lot all at once.
Yeah.
But I knew that if I just took it a day at a time and I kind of figured out what to do for today, and if some days wasn't as good as the one before that, that's okay too.
Yeah.
I had to give myself grace during prep because it was just difficult mentally, but being through with it and like really like doing my best, I think for me at least that was just a huge step forward for me mentally. And I feel like training wise, like now I have a lot more confidence in myself and like in training, and I'm just excited for what's next.
Oh yeah, 100%. Do you have a comp in mind next, or are you just going to take a long off season?
I'm taking an off season I possibly might have a competition in September and December. So it's just prepping my body for that.
Yeah, that's valid.
I have a friend in Washington who I want to go head to head with,
Ooh.
which should be fun. It's like completely friendly. I love the dude.
Right, yeah.
But I would say I think the big one I'm looking at, hopefully, fingers crossed, if I get selected for its Commonwealths 2026, which would be in Winnipeg, Canada. And I'd have opportunity to represent Scotland again on the international stage. And then December, I want to do Powerlifting America meet. Doesn't violate Article 14 because both federations are IPF affiliates, and I can just be a guest lifter. But there's someone who I want to go.
Oh, so you literally are just doing it to compete with your friend?
Yeah.
Because if you're a guest lifter.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's fair.
But Adon Bears, I think we have some stuff to do together. So this should be fun.
Ooh.
If you're up for it, let's make it happen. Let's talk to some people, get some promos going. I think it'll be a really good competition, personally.
There we go.
So that should be fun.
Very interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
But I also have a competition coming up of not even close to the same magnitude. It's a local comp.
It doesn't matter, bro.
It's still great.
Competitions.
Local comps are so fun, dude.
Local comps?
They are so fun.
I love local comps.
They have an energy unlike anything else, dude.
You get like people who are experienced in the sport, and you get people who are like
literally their first competition.
And it's just like this mix of emotions there, where you have someone who might be returning from like an injury, or you might have someone who's just starting off.
Yeah.
And it's so cool to see people
also they
bounce back.
Local meets try to be unique.
Yes.
Because they try and have fun. They try to have a theme and everything. It's always so fun, and I love the PLU, and they always have the energy I like, which is mayhem.
Yeah, I've heard about mayhem, and I've heard how hectic that gets.
That was so fun. I remember I have a shirt from that comp.
Yep.
It's so fun. But
don't you have like a crazy photo of it as well?
Where my eyes are like rolling into the back of my head.
Yeah, your glasses are like
yeah.
Yeah.
It was, dude. Oh, it was that. No, I don't think it was that lift. I was about to say that might be my state record, but I don't think so. But I have a competition in 8 days. So
all right.
Tomorrow's my last heavy lift of the beforehand. I have matched all my all-time PRs at a much easier.
Let's talk about that deadlift you did a few days ago.
Bro.
That was really good.
What RPE would you say that was?
Let me look through the video again, actually.
Because I gotta be real. That I yelled how easy that was. So I matched my all-time PR at 505-pound deadlift, and it is also 3.5 pounds over the state record for PLU in my weight and age class. So, and I gotta be real.
I would just say that's an RPE, just by looking at it. I think that was like an RPE 6.5 to 7, unironically. Like,
that's what I was thinking. I was a bit wild for thinking that, but
I think if you get if
my positioning's a little better and I'm a little more patient off the floor.
Exactly, because you have to expect those calibrated plates to feel a little bit different heavier, from bumpers. Yeah. That's why I use the black plates at the rec, because that's the closest thing.
Because they're thinner.
Yes.
Makes sense.
So bumpers, I would say, and we could discuss this a little later, but yes.
Yeah, the difference between calibrated and bumpers is very different feeling.
Just expect it to move maybe like a tad slower.
Yeah.
But
like that's close to an opener.
I think 520 is on the books for you. 520 plus for sure.
I think I might have like 535 plus.
Yeah.
I gotta be, especially with like I didn't use smelling salts.
You didn't do anything. You just straight up.
I just kind of did it.
Yeah.
And and I like grinding out deadlifts too. Like I'm willing to put my life on the line for that deadlift.
Yeah.
So, and then hit a 225 bench. Not crazy, but for me, it's very nice. I'm
After
very
a year,
happy.
right?
After a year of not hitting it, and I've only hit it once before, and it wasn't paused.
Yeah.
And I had a little extra room in there, maybe. Probably not with calibrated. We'll see.
You'll have to see, bro.
Well, yeah, true. I'll have to see on the day, but I can start a little heavier than I thought I was gonna.
I would definitely say that is reasonable.
Yeah, because I was gonna start at like 87.5 kg. I'm gonna start at like 90, 92.5.
I think, yeah, you could do that. I think actually like keeping your openers the same might be good.
You do want really easy openers.
That gives you more flex room for your second and third attempt as well.
That's true.
So that would be my suggestion. But regardless, seeing your training and seeing how stuff's going is going to be a really good competition.
I appreciate it. And I self-coached through this, most of it. I gotta be real. And this is like 4.5 months back. I'm very happy. And I think squats tomorrow are going to go pretty well. I'm expecting an all-time match on that, like 415.
Okay.
That would be nice. Because you saw that 405 from a month ago.
I did, yes.
And that was pretty easy.
I think 415 is definitely there.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see if I can get that state record deadlift I've been gunning for a minute.
Yeah.
And then this will also qualify me for next year's nationals. Not this year because it filled up.
But next year you're gonna jump on it, right?
Yeah, and honestly, I kind of prefer that because one, the turnaround from this comp would have been 2 months after.
Yep.
There's not enough time for me to get stronger at all. It's kind of not even worth it almost because I'm not showing anything new.
Yep.
I'd have to take this comp at like an 8 out of 10 difficulty if I didn't want to have to take a month of like fatigue work. And also now I can pull way heavier next year now that I kind of know how to coach a little. And also I did get a coach to help me out with this comp.
Hell yeah.
Very much. Joey B lifts heavy. Much appreciated.
Shout out Joey B.
Yes, sir. But I'm very excited for it. And also it feels very great to get back into competing in general. Like I haven't competed in a year. I kind of went away from the sport for a bit, and now I'm even more passionate and ready to dive into it a lot harder. And I'm very excited.
It's such a good feeling to do comps. There's just something about it. And like, speaking of which, let's take a look a little bit into our next session. That's going to be PA Nats.
Thoughts on PA Nats. It was a really, really, really fun competition to watch. I think more fun than the Sheffield.
I would agree.
I think it was a lot more because the Sheffield was fun because it was confusing.
Yeah, Sheffield was fun because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and it was legitimately everyone was wrong with their guesses other than Austin.
I would say next to Sheffield, Worlds, and British Nats, American Nationals is probably one of, if not the most competitive meets you can do in powerlifting.
Last year with it was super fun watching Bob Matthews with PA Nats. Like I remember even last year, it was so fun.
Yeah.
PA Nats is just always fun to watch. And so we have Elliot Sykes, which how close is he to Austin's?
Let's have a little look, shall we?
Yeah, because we've heard a lot of his talk with Austin Perkins, and he did show up. He did show up.
So what did Elliot total?
1879.4.
Perk is at 1965.4 currently.
Okay.
However,
but
Perk is 26 years old.
Yeah, and
Elliot Sykes is
19, which, bruh.
No other way to put it but bruh.
What do you even do?
I don't even know, dude. This guy's going to be insane. And still, he already is insane.
If he doesn't get injured, he is going to be ridiculous for the next few years, dude.
Dude, yeah.
I need him to watch his health. I don't know much about him. I don't know how his health has been. I just need him to do that so I can watch him for the next 4 or 5 years.
Oh yeah, he's gonna do
ridiculous. He was and he was just really fun to watch too. This my second most fun person to watch because you know my first in a bit.
Yep.
Was probably Will Ball.
Will Ball.
Dude, he did ball indeed. He did What was it? 2050.3.
2050.3 at 20 years old.
Oh my god.
205 pounds. And he didn't even weigh in as a full 93.
No, yeah, he was under, right?
He was 91. And
yeah, he had it on the table too.
he's not all the way into, he hasn't filled out the 93s.
Not at all. He could be in there for another year.
He could be in there for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
And he, like, in my opinion, he is the future of powerlifting. He's
so fun.
He's just showing how these anomalies are, like, stepping into powerlifting.
The pool is getting bigger.
He's been in powerlifting for a while, but just imagine the level of talent in other sports for people who haven't done powerlifting before. You get some throwers, some linemen in there.
Discus throwers, dude.
Throwers are crazy. Have you seen?
They're terrifying.
Yeah, the big boys.
I'm not even joking. Last night I was showing my girl discus throwers, telling her they're terrifyingly strong. They are some of the freakiest athletes on the planet.
Yes, combining. My thing is, I think throwers, and we can get
their
into
power's so crazy.
We can get into this a little later
Mm-hmm.
because I have an idea of what we could discuss next.
Yeah,
but
I think I'm picking up on it.
Let's calm
back to
let's
PA
calm the
next.
ADHD down a little bit.
True.
Saying that for myself as well.
Will Ball got us too excited.
Will Ball did ball, and I'm excited to see him at Worlds and see what he puts up against the other 93s.
Dude, when he yelled, "I am the end" at the beginning of this weight class, I can't lie, I was hyped.
Wasn't it? I am the beginning of the end of this weight class, or it was
something like
that.
It was tough.
I'm excited to see him go head to head with Gustav Hedlund and Emil Krastev.
They are in the same weight class.
Those two guys are like the guardians of the 93s. They are kings of consistency.
Mm-hmm.
And I think last year when they said like Russ is welcome to the 93s, but just know that we're gonna put up a difficult fight. Let's see what Will Ball does. I think we have some big guns going into Worlds.
How do you think Russ is going to line up now?
Russ, I think, is taking a bit of an off season currently.
He definitely is. He 100% is taking some time off.
I would say Russ is going to put in the work, and I'm excited to see what he does next year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if necessarily right now he is a relatively competitive 93. However, he has a very, very good repertoire, and there's a reason why he keeps getting selected because I do have to say he is one of the GOATs of powerlifting.
Oh yeah.
He's made powerlifting mainstream and kind of turned it into more lifestyle content as well,
mm-hmm.
which I think is generally more appealing to a bigger audience. So it's basically putting powerlifting on a pedestal. So what he's doing for the game, I love it.
Yeah, I gotta be real. Austin Perkins is like strength-wise probably more of a GOAT, but his content compared to Russ's, like to get people out there, Russ is far more influential because I gotta be real. I love Austin. His content of just lifting, most people aren't going to be watching that unless they're a power lifter. Just him benching for a few sets.
I would agree.
Yeah. Whereas Russ's stuff of him showing off his outfits, combining anime content with his lifting,
it's a different.
All that it brings more people than just lifting people into it.
Exactly. It's the same thing like when you look at like Reagan Sturgakis. He has so much more in powerlifting and like just showing sort of like the side quests people run.
Yeah.
And I think that is a really cool thing because it just shows like there's more to this sport and that it is definitely something that you can do for life and be a healthy individual.
It's one of the few sports you can literally do for life.
I would say it is also one of the most accessible sports in the world.
Yeah.
All you need is a gym membership. You don't need to go to a powerlifting gym.
You don't even need the equipment.
Yeah. You don't need the equipment. I would say
you don't need a belt.
I would say if you are doing powerlifting training or if you're doing strength training of any kind, sign up for a powerlifting meet. Genuinely just do it.
Please do. It will change your perspective on lifting.
It will change your perspective on life as well.
Yeah, 100%.
I've learned life lessons on the platform that I don't think I could have taken anywhere else.
Oh yeah, 100. It's also a really go for it. It's a really safe place to fail. Like it's
Yeah.
it's not there's a lot of other places with other sports to where it's a team dynamic and you feel like you've let other people down when you fail. Where in powerlifting, failure is usually a good thing that means you're going to learn more. You learn a lot more from a failure.
I agree. I like the amount of times I failed on something like coming back and trying 405 at the rec. I failed at that.
On the bench,
that's
yeah.
a weight I've done before. But you know what? That gives me some fire, and I know that once I touch that weight again, it's going to go up.
Exactly.
It must go up.
It must go up.
It really.
We gotta start making shirts of that, bro.
We have to make shirts,
dude. I'm so glad that people started getting into that after I said it.
If we made comp shirts, that would be sick.
Oh, that would go so hard.
Like we could. You know the ones where it goes like right around here. It must go up.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
I like that.
I think that would be really cool.
We gotta talk to some people on that.
Yeah, I know some people we can talk to about that.
There we go. But back into PA Nats because we're diverging off once more. Cranon was crazy too. Cranon was ridiculous.
Oh my god, unbelievable.
That deadlift. Her deadlift. 576.
Yeah, dude. 576 is
at
insane.
A 167.
Yeah.
That is a ridiculous deadlift. She totaled 1386.
Bro, 124 GL points.
Oh my god.
And for reference, my GL is 90. That is insane. That's just crazy to me.
That's ridiculous.
I love seeing strong women, and Cranon, I think, is such a strong role model for young women.
Oh yeah.
Getting into fitness, getting into strength training. You can be strong and you can inspire the next generation.
Yeah, 100%.
Like genuinely, it is so cool seeing like if anything, I love seeing like women compete. It's a different sort of, I feel, environment to like the male weight classes. Mm-hmm. You just see these battles and like just
it feels more like there's almost more emotional payoff.
I would agree
because I like the celebration is a different level type of catharsis.
Yep.
100%. And I think like Joe Sullivan was on a pod recently saying it's like at the Sheffield I enjoyed watching the females lift more because it was kind of crazy. Like, why am I blanking on her name? The squat at Sheffield. Sonita's squat to watch. Oh my gosh, that was probably the most fun moment of the whole competition.
I would agree. And let's not forget like Brittany Schlater.
And Brittany Schlater.
Brittany Schlater is an inspiration to everyone.
Oh, she's fantastic.
Everywhere. We all love Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
And she inspires me like every day. Just with what she's talked about with like mental health and like overcoming adversity, it's just inspiring.
100%.
And I'm really excited for this upcoming Worlds. I think this is going to be.
Yeah, she's competing there. Yeah.
I actually don't know if she is, but in general, looking at like the layout of Worlds, especially for Team USA, it's going to be fun.
Team USA is ridiculous this year.
I have 3 people I want to talk about, and one of them being a guy I have followed for a long time, Angelo Fortino.
Okay.
Let's have a look. I can't remember what his placement was off the top of my head.
At what, Nats?
PA Nats, yes.
What's his name again?
So he placed 2nd, and he's going to be on Team USA for the first time.
What's his name?
Angelo Fortino. I'm very happy to see him finally get that USA singlet. He's one of my favorite lifters. He's right there. He's one of my favorite lifters, and just...
Damn, 1873 as a 180.
He's the king of being nonchalant. He is awesome. And like also being a teacher, he's such a strong role model for this next generation of kids. And I just find it. He's such an inspiring person.
Yeah, he's crazy.
It's the same thing with. Let's have a look at what his numbers were again. Bro, Dr. Ashton Ruska. Husband, father.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
US
glad we're getting into Ash.
U.S. Army officer, licensed clinical psychologist, PhD, by the way. That man is
I'm so glad we're going to Ash. The best part of PA Nats. By far.
By far.
It was so fun watching him get that. And I have been a really big fan of watching his recovery. I remember I watched when the video came out of when his pec tear happened.
Yep.
On Bob Matthews' video. I remember watching that and being so sad. And I've been keeping up with his recovery. It was so awesome to see Ash come back. What was his bench again?
He benched.
I just want to see how
He
well
benched 446.
So
coming off a pec tear.
Coming off a pec tear is great. He's a 500-pound bencher certified.
Yes.
He's an over 500-pound bencher usually, but that pec tear wasn't. That was only like a year ago.
Yeah.
So and it was so fun watching him come back.
Seeing his squat as well, 882.9. That was crazy.
400 kg squat. At what body weight?
Bro, he's a 120. Like, and I think, what was his body weight again? I can't even remember. But he was just that.
He was 246.
I think that's one of my favorite squats I've seen.
He was like 12 pounds under the top of the weight class. He was in the 264 and he...
Oh yeah, he was.
Holy shit! He's not even close to filling out his weight class.
That's fucking
He's
insane.
Almost 20 pounds under
yeah.
the top of his weight class, and he set the world record.
I want to see him and Bob Matthews have a rematch as well.
I want to see Bob Matthews in general.
I want to see Bob Matthews in general as well.
He hasn't competed in a minute. It is good that he's at least posting again.
Yeah. He's a silent giant, dude.
He is.
Like, oh man.
Him and Rondell.
His time will come.
His time will come.
Ashton, Rondell, and Bob. I'm excited to see. Excited to see Rondell versus Ashton. Are
they the same
Worlds.
weight class?
Yes. Did you see Rondell's bench?
No. Let me see.
Hold on.
I'm gonna try and find a way to add this in at one point.
Yes, we can add in. We can edit some of the videos. We can cut this out. But
yeah.
He benched 595 pounds, and he made it look easy too. He's just something else, and I just
damn. He's gonna be a 600-pound bencher.
What was his? Ashton has him on squat by 80 pounds.
Oh my god! And also, if there's anyone that can get up close to his bench, I think it'd be Ash.
Yep. Like
I think Ash could bench 550 at one point.
Maybe.
Post pec tear might be a bit rough to ask.
Ashton, I think, has him on squat. It just depends on if he can get deadlifts to catch up.
Because he's a deadlift destroyer, bro.
Yep.
His deadlift's crazy.
Rondell.
It's like, what, 940 or something?
Huh?
What's his deadlift?
Rondell?
Yeah.
He deadlifted. He missed 904 in comp.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 904.
But so he totaled 2260 off a missed deadlift, by the way. And Ashton totaled 2167.1. Like on a perfect day. You have to think about the context of that.
Yeah.
I think Rondell could beat Ash at Worlds, but regardless, I'm excited to see them.
Oh yeah. I do think Rondell is a bit stronger, but I just love watching Ash, dude.
Let's also talk about the 59s.
We're at?
Oh, let's scroll down. What was this? Where is he?
Who are you looking for?
On Instagram, he goes by Ain't Like Mike. But
Oh, I think I've heard of him.
let's find it. What's his name? It literally just said the 59 kg experiment. His name on Insta is literally just Ain't Like Mike. He took, I think, the
701 kg, bruh.
Yeah. In training, he did that. He pulled 301 kilos for an American record in the first 300 kg plus pull for a 59 kg lift.
300 kg at 59?
And he made it look easy, too. He totaled 651 kilos at Nats. And, like, what? Dude. We'll
That's
add it.
close to a 12.
Look at that. That is easy.
Oh, my gosh.
He's going to be a threat at Worlds. I mean, him and...
Yeah, no, that was pretty ridiculous.
I don't know. I can't remember if Ivan's going to Worlds or not, but seeing those two against each other could be fun.
No, that's going to be really fun.
I think the 59s are an extremely underrated class, and I'm tired of people not putting respect on their names.
Yeah, I agree. I think the 59s are super fun.
I want to see, for personal reasons, since I'm friends with Waskar, I want to see Sergey's total record burn. I want to see Sergey Fedosenko. I want to see his.
Damn,
I want
I
to
do
see
remember
his
him.
total go. Because he's not.
What's his total?
He currently holds the record.
He competed like 3 years ago or something, right? 3 or 4 years ago?
His photo's kind of funny. But, where is it? I just had it.
How long ago did he compete?
He competed, I think, back in... This was set in 2016, by the way. He totaled 669.5 at 59 kg. And... I want to see this get beaten. It will be beaten.
Yeah.
And I
know...
How
much did Mike total?
651. He's done 701 in training back in January.
Yeah, he's going to break that. And how old is he?
Mike, he's in college.
Okay, so yeah, he's gonna break it eventually.
I can't...
Unless he gets injured.
Yep. I can't remember what... Knock on whatever the hell this is made of. But that's going to be a fun...
That will be a really fun one to watch. You know what I want your opinion on?
Mm-hmm.
The Joe Bornstein, Taylor Atwood stuff.
Yeah.
I'm curious because...
A lot of lifters dropped out. I was excited to see Brandon Petrie, and... I'm a little disappointed I wasn't able to see Brandon Petrie at Nats, but I know that I think he was taking some time away, or like he just didn't feel fully prepared. I can't remember. I might go back and watch over the YouTube video he made, but Taylor Atwood.
Because did you see his discussion about Bornstein?
What did he say again?
Full
honesty, I did not see that.
No, he was on a podcast and he was like, let's be honest, Bornstein shit the bed at Sheffield.
He didn't even show up for PA Nats to confront him.
And that's the thing. So Bornstein, like, he reposted that.
Yeah.
And he was in the comments, he sent the Michael Jordan laughing gif.
Yeah.
And so Atwood's kind of talking a little bit of trash, and then he announces that, I won't be going to Nats. And then Bornstein's asked about it. He's like, I'm pretty disappointed, but, he's getting up there in age. What do you expect? I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, dude. I think...
I was kind of pissed about that from Atwood.
I understand, like, if you genuinely tweaked your back, it doesn't make sense for you to compete.
No.
But at the same time...
Saying he shit the bed and you didn't show up at Nats is crazy work. Like... I also don't think... he didn't do great, but, there were other factors.
Oh, 100%.
with the bar and everything.
Yeah. And like people have bad meats. It happens to literally the best in the
And
world.
also, you kind of like up until the Austin, you've been considered the GOAT by a lot of people for a while, and you're kind of talking a bit of trash. It surprised me.
It surprised me as well. Like, I respect Taylor Atwood for what he's done in powerlifting and how he's represented the United States.
Yeah.
I think he takes a lot of pride in that. However, you guys are on the same team.
Literally.
There is absolutely no point to be saying that stuff and then pull out of nationals.
Still would be winning for the U.S.
To pull out of nationals, saying, "Oh, I did this," and then making a bunch of excuses, and then saying, "Oh, Joe Bornstein shit the bed." You can't do that.
Dude, I'll show you the video after. That's word for word what he said.
I know.
It was ridiculous. I was a little surprised. Now, a lot of people were saying he's trying to light a fire under him. It kind of seemed more like shit talking to me. Which, again, with your status as one of the potential GOATs of the sport, I was a little surprised by.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised. Like, you would think being like, oh, this guy. No, I'm surprised.
I'm shocked.
It was a little funny though to me, especially because my boy Tim, who you texted, he's a big Bornstein fan now.
Yeah.
And he was pretty pissed about it.
Yeah, I love Joe Bornstein. I mean,
he's very fun.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Is there anyone else that were particularly? I mean, there's more of the women's that were pretty crazy. With Leanne Lee.
I mean, I'm happy to see Anthony McNaughton.
True, that was nice to see.
Solid 105.
He beat Keenan's total.
Yeah.
With the solid.
So that's looking at some stuff from Euros recently. I've kind of been looking over just some of the numbers posted in Euros. Aina Horo Hussein from Hungary just took. He was the 83 European champion. He pulled 377.5, and he overtook his rival from the UK.
Dang, 370 on dead.
On dead. His nickname is literally the Human Crane.
I've seen this guy before.
He finally made a deadlift. Like,
Hungary's got great athletes in powerlifting.
I would say so, yes. Let's look at the French team as well. The French came out really strong at Euros. And obviously,
Here's the drama.
Oh my God. we're still waiting on confirmation on who that was.
Has it not been confirmed?
It's not been confirmed, but it was said that it's a female lifter. So,
damn.
I think everyone's just kind of holding their breath for that. I really hope it's not some people that I think it is, but I'm not going to name.
Yeah, we don't say anything, but I don't know. That's pretty wild.
You just hate to see that, though.
You do.
Like, I don't know. It's upsetting because it's just unfair to the other athletes who
it is
genuinely work hard to get to their place.
And also, I truly believe that, and obviously people, genetics play a part, but the natural limit is a lot higher than people think.
I would agree.
It's a lot because, the talent pool in powerlifting isn't that big yet. Not like the NFL, not like basketball where you have phenoms coming in. We're only just getting to that. In 10 years, it's going to be ridiculous what people can do because it's going to be filled with the phenoms at the top.
It's exciting, bro.
It's so exciting. We're going to see some ridiculous... Dude, I'm excited to see where the deadlift goes.
Where the deadlift goes, where squat goes, where bench goes.
Bench is already getting really ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because, we're going to get a 600-pound bench with freaking... Rondell. And I think that's, the lightest weight class to get a 600-pound bench before.
Yup.
What weight class is Kaiko?
93. He benched 534 in comp. But his numbers outside of comp are looking good.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll ever get 600, but...
I mean, you never know. but that wasn't the reason he did Nats this year. Looking
It was
at his
emotional
Instagram and just seeing his stuff, like the passing of his dog Bear,
Yeah.
rest in peace, inspired him to sign up for it and to show out. It was his way of grieving and like showing out for his pet.
Yeah, exactly.
And I really respect that. I loved going through his stories and seeing Bear, and you know, he was just he's such an inspiring lifter. I remember reaching out to him back in 2023 and asking him for squat tips, and just he's so open to talk. He's such a kind person, and he's a huge inspiration to me because it just shows how you can be such a high level lifter and not be egotistical.
Mm-hmm.
Just he's just really inspiring. And
Yeah, Kaiko's amazing, honestly.
he's one of my favorite lifters of all time, and I always love seeing him. We got a flood watch. That's not good. Just seeing him compete, but yeah, I think summarizing Nats, that's basically kind of how it ended up going. I'm excited to see all these U.S. athletes go head to head.
Team USA is going to be really scary this year.
Yes.
It's going to be really. I mean, not even to mention Jesus.
Not even to mention Jesus, bro. I mean, with the death of his mother, and just with his motivations.
It was really inspiring to see him do everything he's been doing after all that grief.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to see that he's pulling out. I know that like when it first happened, he was talking about how it felt like his strength went away with her. And it's really inspiring to see him get back into something he loves, channeling his...
Yep.
Maybe, I can't speak for him, but, at least hopefully channeling his grief into something positive.
Loss and grief is some of the best fuel that you can have. It's a motivator because you know that you carry those people with you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're able to really show out for them. And I think that's just something to think about. Like, just leaving your mark, leaving your legacy. But overall, powerlifting American Nats, awesome. I'm excited to see them go against
fun.
GB. And hopefully Worlds plays out really well this year. And I'm just excited to see that.
I think Worlds is going to be very fun this year.
I would agree.
Very fun. But I think we went over everything.
I think we covered everything we needed to cover.
Yeah.
If you guys want to suggest any ideas, comment them below.
Yes, please
we will be getting into more of the mental health stuff coming up. We have some plans with some people that we're going to try and work out, and hopefully gives you, the audience, a better perspective on neurodivergence in lifting and just mental health and dealing with it, because Bo and I both have ADHD.
What up?
And we know a lot of fellow lifters also deal with ADHD, depression, anxiety, even being on the spectrum or high functioning.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's important to address those things. So in the coming episodes, we'll be talking a little bit more about that and shifting gears a little bit, but it'll still be about powerlifting, and we want to get into more of the mental health side of this stuff.
Yes.
It's important.
We're going to be getting into all that because we were saying before the pod, there's a lot of double-edged stuff with your mentality and neurodivergence with this sport and many others, and it's all about how you take it and how you run with it and not against it. So we're excited to get into that. But thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys have a good one, and signing off.
Peace.
Peace.